What's up, kings and queens? Just getting this one out. Thought I'd jump on live. I've got a bit of spare time before these games kick off. Everybody is looking up the NFL right now. Everyone's looking for bets. But for me, I don't think there's too much value, especially in the very first game. There's a lot of excitement, but being serious about betting, it's not the smartest thing to throw down a lot of cash in this first game. I think you watch it, enjoy the spectacle. I do have some bets placed on it, but yeah, I don't think the NFL is the way to play it right now. What's up, y'all? Jump into the chat. If you have any questions on the W, let me know. We'll go through some player props. As I was saying, I don't think NFL is the place to be spending all your money right now. First game, there's a whole lot of excitement, but I think there's a lot of risk in it. There's not enough value. Teams have changed. Coaches have changed. So I think go light on the NFL today. W's where the value is. So let me know what bets you guys have. Pop it into the chat. Let's talk to it. Obviously, we'll go through the Seattle Storm and the Liberty game. That kicks off in about 15, 20 minutes. If you have any questions, just throw it in there. We'll go through it. To kick things off, I'll let you know which plays that I like the best in this game. Starting in the first one, Storm v Liberty. If you missed my video, I've noticed a lot of people on this, but it's a real fade on Ezi Magbagor. So I think the strongest pick is probably around her rebounds, under 7.5, but the odds for her rebounds are not great. They're pretty juiced, so you need to parlay with something. I personally took the under in her points plus rebounds. I got this at 17.5. It's already moved to 16.5. Key reasons here is her minutes have dropped off since Gabby Williams joined the squad. We can see it here. If you look at her last 5 games, there's a big drop off in her minutes. The last 5, 27 minutes per game. On the season, she was cranking out over 31 minutes as an average. So her average minutes have dropped off. Another key point, 9 shot attempts per game over the season. Over her last 5, 6.6. So the overall production for Ezi Magbagor is down. Matchup is difficult. Liberty, fewest points, fewest rebounds to centers on the season. So tough matchup there. For Ezi, I think the rebounds will definitely cash. The points is probably a little bit more risky, but at whatever odds that we're getting here for her rebounds, the under, yeah, it's pretty juiced. I think it's like minus 130, almost minus 140. So let me know in the chat if there are any other plays you want to talk through. On my video, I only went through Ezi as the main one. The other player that I spoke about was for Sabrina Ionescu. I took the over in her assists, 5.5 assists. And you're still getting pretty good odds if you take Sabrina's over in assists, I believe. So, yeah, I think so for Sabrina. The main thing here is the Storm are a good defensive team, but they're terrible at defending the interior, especially in the pick and roll. They're the worst team. I think they give up a lot of points in the paint. They're the worst team at defending the pick and roll, especially the roller. They're the best team at defending the ball handling within the pick and roll, which is going to be Sabrina. So hopefully that forces her to dump off some passes. Head-to-head matchups, check this out. 4 straight games against the Storm, she's gone over this assist line, slapping 8 assists in the last 2 games this season. So I don't think that necessarily changes. She did score 20 and 25 points in the 2 games against the Storm this season. So I think they're going to be heavily focused on limiting her production scoring the ball, which is going to open up some passing lanes. All right, what do we got? Kalia under her points tonight. You brave, son. Let's take a look at Kalia. All right, so for Kalia Copper, you want to look at under her points, which is brave. And also, if you guys are going to pop some questions in, let me know what your thoughts are as well. Why are you thinking that, if you are thinking that? So for Kalia points, she finally had a big game. She had a breakout, 28 points against Atlanta. So post the Olympic break, she was killing it. And then she's gone through this real shit patch where she wasn't scoring much. Minutes were slightly down. The volume, inconsistent, but her percentages have been awful. In this head-to-head matchup with the Storm, points wise. So she's gone for 20 and 22 points. Jeez. This is up against... Oh, sorry, they're not versing the Storm. That's the Liberty game. Up against the Washington Mystics. 20 and 22 points. Her line only at 20.5. If anything, I'd probably lean the over. Her worst patch, I think, for the season is done. If you look at the season. The matchup's not too bad for Clear to go over, to be honest with you. So if it's still at 20.5, I'd probably lean to the over, but I wouldn't tell you to back the under with any confidence. Cloud PRA. So Cloud, I think she's a real popular pick today, and that's because her lines are quite low. What I don't understand is why they're so low. So if we look at Natasha Cloud, all right, PRA set at 20.5. This normally sits at around 24 to 25. So the line's quite low. I think the line that is low is her points line at 9.5 is very low. That's normally about 11 or 12. So there could be some opportunities there for Natasha Cloud. Her points prop I don't necessarily love, Harry. But if you are looking for a bet, I'd probably say rebounds plus assists is probably a good one for Natasha Cloud. Everybody's going to be on her assist prop. It was at 5.5. It's moved to 6.5. 6 is a very key number for Natasha Cloud. She finishes on that quite often. Her PRA, I'd probably lean to the over, for being honest with you, but the key risk in her PRA is probably this points prop, but it's only at 10. The challenge for me right now and what I'm thinking for Natasha Cloud, these percentages haven't been great, but the matchup against Washington is okay. It's not a difficult matchup, but it's not a hard one either. So yeah, I'm with you if you're taking the over. I'd lean to the over, but points is the main risk for me. I think the assist is the safest play, but that line's moving, so there's probably not much value on it. Dawson over 15 points and rebounds. Let's take a look. So Stephanie Dawson, probably one of the more consistent players on this Washington team. The challenge for Washington right now is all these changes to their lineup. Now, there are some people saying that Washington are tanking, and I don't understand where this whole thought process of Washington tanking is coming from, because they've won, 3 out of their last 4 games. They're fighting for that last spot in the playoffs. So this whole notion of them tanking, I don't think is true. I think what we're finding here is that their starters and their bench aren't much different in terms of quality. What we're seeing, their bench are producing nicely, so their bench are getting more minutes. So they're going deep, 10 players in and out. So Dawson, if we look at her points and rebounds here against Phoenix, we can see this season she's gone for 11 and 16. A big thing here is minutes. First game, 14 minutes, 33 minutes, the most recent game against them, where she just hit 16. If we look at her last 10, she's probably not going to get 33 minutes tonight, I don't think. I know Shakira Austin is out, but the way that they're rotating their players, she may not get the minutes, so the points and rebounds do scare me. Looking at Dawson, the play that I made was over her three-pointers made. 1.5, pretty good odds for her to get 2 three-pointers made. She's the best three-point shooter in this competition, 50% from the field, and the matchup for three-point shooting is excellent. The Mercury allow the 3rd most three-pointers made to centers, and especially above the break. Brittany Griner is too big. She don't want to get out on the perimeter. So hopefully that one helps you. Nick, got your email this morning. Hopefully you got my return on that one. MLB, hopefully you're on it. Yeah, the value on Ionescu's assists are even better this morning. So I'd get on it. My thought process around it doesn't change. Diggins, over 5.5 assists. All right, let's quickly get to that because that game's about to start soon. Skylar Diggins. Now, the thing with Skylar Diggins, if you look at her assist numbers, one thing that's really important to note here, her assist numbers have been pretty good as of late, but she's got very different assist numbers home and away. On the road, her assist numbers, she's averaging 5.5 assists on the road, but at home, I think she averages close to 7 assists. So given that you need 7 assists for this play to cash, I'd probably say it's a bit of a sweat. It's a plus money play, though, which is good, but it should be. She's cashed it both times against the Liberty, which can give you some comfort, but barely, right? But this is also a game where I expect the Liberty to, I think the Liberty cover today. Seattle are on a big road trip at the moment. This is their last stop, so I'd probably lean to the under for Skylar Diggins, but it is plus money if you do take the over, so I wouldn't hate you for that. Jonkel Jones rebounds. Let's see what my girl Johnny Bones does. Jonkel Jones. Let's get to this rebound prop. All right, so I did have a look. She had 11 boards against Seattle last time. You're right. She is well rested. It is a good matchup. Seattle, they're playing smaller these days, a smaller lineup, so they're not very good inside. So I'd lean to the over here for Jonkel Jones. She's had 8 and 11 in her last 28 and 30 minutes against them. She should get 28 to 30 minutes tonight. So the rebound prop at 9.5, I don't hate it. I think another look could be a double-double. You may get better odds for Jonkel Jones, or if you do a parlay of at least 10 points and 10 rebounds, you can get nicer odds for it. What up, B? You got Natasha Cloud under 5.5 assists. You brave. So Cloud, we've gone through Cloud. Over 5.5 is a yes, but the odds aren't great. 6.5, a little bit risky. Skylar, I think it's risky because her assists on the road aren't great, and I think the Liberty cover the spread today. Seattle been traveling. Alex, I think, what are you talking about here? I think Natasha Cloud's PRA, I'm assuming. But yeah, the over. Skylar over on points. Now, I've backed Skylar over on points in her last 2 games, which have cashed for me, which is good. But I've noticed the line for this at 14.5, I can definitely fuck around with. On the road, so with Skylar Diggins, she scores a lot more on the road compared to passing the ball. So her points numbers go up to about 17 and her assists drop off. So, yeah, I'd lean to the over for Skylar. I think my concern here is that the Liberty probably cover. But what I've noticed about the Storm is when the matchup is difficult, Skylar Diggins takes more shots. So the harder the matchup, the more she tries to score. So, yeah, I don't hate the over here for Skylar Diggins on her points. Still got free VIP. Yep, 7-day free trial. If you want to jump into VIP, use the code TASTE. That's scrolling down the bottom. In the video description, you can see the link to my winnable. Jump into VIP, subscribe, punch in the code TASTE. You'll get 7 days free. Now's a good time to do it, to be honest. That's around Kalia points, 21.5. Yeah, I just wouldn't touch it, to be honest. At 20.5, I'd probably take the over. 21.5. I think it's pretty risky. I think the line's pretty sharp there. But yeah, for VIP, you can use the code TASTE. The link for that's in the video description below. Now is the perfect time to do it, I'd say, because obviously WNBA is running every day. NFL's starting up. One game starting very soon, but there's a lot more to come. And we've got a big slate of college football. So 7-day free trial. You get all the football stuff. You'll get WNBA and baseball every single day. And then hopefully you can win enough money, and then we can sign you up long term onto the VIP stuff. Diggins for 3 assists, of course. Yeah, that's easy money. 3 assists, we can take that for sure. My plays for football tonight on this Ravens game. For me personally, I'm leaning towards the Chiefs to cover the spread. If you can get 2.5, even better. I'm leaning the under. If you can get 47.5, it's a key number, that 47. So you don't want to take the under 46, I'd say. My player props for this game, I've sent it out, but that's to all my VIP members as well. So if you guys want my picks for the NFL, jump into VIP. The picks are already been sent. As soon as you log in, you get your free trial, and you'll be able to see it all. Sabrina 5 assists, Diggins assists, and Liberty money line. Is this same game parlay? Yeah. You can do both for 5, depending on what sportsbook you use. But like I said, I think Diggins' assist is somewhat risky. I'd say her points are probably better, but if you were to take it down, like if you're taking Sabrina for only 5 assists, I'm assuming here you're taking Diggins' line a little bit lower as well. So yeah, if you take both of them for 5 assists, Liberty money line, I think that's a pretty good play. Let me know what odds you get for that, though. You're probably looking at what? Hopefully you're getting it better than plus 100. I'd assume so, based on those 3. All right, keep firing up the chat. This is actually quite fun. I need to do this more often. What do you guys think? All on 360. Oh, I was close. $1.95. I was thinking that would be $2. Justice Hill over 10.5 receiving yards. Yeah, it could be. It's going to be an interesting one. I think for the NFL, which is pretty crazy. Like everyone has their own narratives. It's like in that last game between the Ravens and the Chiefs, they didn't run the ball. They've been running the ball all season. That's the Chiefs' weak spot. Everybody knows that. They've signed Derrick Henry, so it's like they have to run the ball today, right? Like it's like it feels like the most obvious thing ever, which worries me a little bit because everyone's got their narrative. So yeah. Look, my best bet for this NFL game today is not to bet it. Like, enjoy the spectacle is what I'm saying. There's not enough data. Everyone's just speculating. I get everyone's excited. That's why I'm talking about the W. Phoenix to cover the spread. What's the spread so far at the moment in this Phoenix game? Has the line been moving? Actually, I can check it out here. So 5.5. I think it's a tough one. Well, Phoenix is at home, which is good. That helps. They've been covering, both teams not covering the spread all too well. Let's check out the spread data. All right, if we want to check the Mercs at home, they've only covered at 50% at home as well. And Washington have surprisingly been all right. It's weird. They're making it happen. But, yeah, I've got no call on the spread, to be honest. I think the Mercury win, but 5.5, I don't know. I can't give you that with any confidence. Nyeka under 16.5. I noticed you didn't use her surname. You just went straight for Nyeka. I get you. I butcher her name all the time. So when we search her, let's get Nyeka out. Ogwumike, I think that's how you say it. Under 16.5 points. So that line's quite low, 16.5. I think she's averaging a lot more than that. 17. Yeah, she's averaging 17 on the season. Line at 16.5. So the books are anticipating a tough matchup. She had played him once this year, 15 points. She shot the ball quite poorly, but she did take 15 shots in that game. I think I thought about fading Nyeka today. My concern with fading her is that she's getting more minutes as of late. She's pretty consistent in terms of volume. She's taking about 15 shots. So it all comes down to percentages. So I honestly think the line's pretty crisp. If we think about play styles, it's a somewhat difficult matchup for them. But yeah, because she's been playing a lot more time at the 5 as well. So on the outside, she'll have a mismatch against Jonquel Jones when she has the ball. So I wouldn't tell you to take the under there with much confidence. I'd lean that way for sure, given I think the Liberty are going to not destroy them, but I think they'll cover today. But yeah, it's a tough play. I think this line's pretty sharp, taking Nyeka under, because I think she gets close regardless. Game time, baby. All right, cool. As these girls warm up, I'm just going to turn it on my phone so I can see what's going on. But if you want to spend the next 5 to 10 minutes, we can go through the other props. If there are any other questions on this Mystics Mercury game. Enough talking. Let's get the walk in. Hey, let me know what you guys think. Should I do more videos like this? Should I do more live streams where we can just interact, talk about some props? Let me know if you're down for that. What system? What do you mean by system? Like, what program am I using to go through this data? Is that what you're talking about? All right, let's see what's going down. Yeah, the program. So this is outlier.bet. If you check out my last video, my best bets video, I've got links to a 7-day free trial so you can use this program. Obviously, you can use it across all major sports. There's still, an hour to go, hour and 20 minutes to go before the NFL starts. So you could get with it then. Yeah, outlier.bet. It's a pretty cool tool. I've been using outlier.bet for, I think, since February this year. And then post up, it was crazy. During the NBA, I was using another program and I was doing okay. once I switch her to outlier to bet, even though they're similar, like this gives you the data in a different way. The data is the same, but this presents it to you differently. Since I switched to outlier, I made this massive run in terms of profit. It was weird. It was strange, but I haven't gone back. So outlier, excellent tool to use. Who else is there in this? So yeah, Natasha Cloud's probably the most popular pick in this game, from what I've noticed. Natasha Cloud, everybody's on her. The problem for me is that when everybody seems to be on the same bet, it makes me a little bit nervous. So Natasha Cloud, she probably has a great day today, and I kick myself for not getting on and not betting it. But Kalia Copper, lines are sharp. Here's another play. If you haven't watched my video, if you guys don't have any questions, you can let me know what you think. So I've got half a unit on Julie Van Loo to get 3 3-pointers. It's like plus 200 or something like that. Actually, it's come down. It was a lot better than that when I did my video last night. But Julie Van Loo, I think out of all the players in this game, has the best matchup. The absolute best matchup for shooting threes. Now, one thing I love about Julie Van Loo, about 70% of her shots are 3-pointers. Let me show you. So on the season, she takes 8 shots a game. 6 of them are 3-pointers. So about 75% of her shots come from downtown, right? Now, if we take a look at her 3-pointers made, against the Mercury, 2 games. 5 3-pointers made in both of these games. 5 from 10 and then 5 from 12. In these games, she played over 30 minutes though, right? And in these games, there was no Sykes, no Shakira Austin. I think that white chick off the bench who bombs 3, she was missing too. Now, Sykes is back, but Austin is still gone. But I think everybody's been made aware that this Washington team, the way that they move their roster around at the moment, is frustrating. So everybody's getting minutes. So Julie Van Loo probably gets about 20 to 25 minutes, hopefully more, right? And the reason why I say hopefully more is because her matchup is perfect. Everybody knows the Mercury don't play well defensively. They don't defend shooters especially well. And that's a big part of that's Diana Taurasi. Plays 30 minutes a night, but is a cone on defense. They abuse her. She doesn't rotate very quickly, so they're getting a lot of open threes above the break. So the Mercury, dead last in terms of 3-pointers above the break. They're dead last in terms of defending spot-up shooters. And those two things are exactly what Julie Van Loo does. So it's a high-value play here to take her for 3, but fuck it. I'm getting wild with it. I'm taking her over 3. Hopefully she sees 25 minutes. If we play around with the filters, games above 25 minutes this season, Julie Van Loo's hit this in 8 out of 13 games. So the matchup is nice. And check this out. This is one great thing about Outlier. They give you insights. So this is Julie Van Loo's 3-pointers made against the bottom 5 defenses for 3-pointers. Check that out. 7 out of her last 8 games against these shit teams, averaging 3.3 3-pointers made. I didn't even discover that last night. I have my own insights. But yeah, Julie Van Loo's a banger of a play. But if you guys have any questions, let me know in the chat because I'm about to wrap up. We got some W to look at. Has the game tipped off? Yes, it has. All right, quick look. What do we have? Skylar Diggins has 3 points already, so we like that if you took her over, and Sabrina doesn't have any assists yet. All right, cool. All right, gang. Look, I'm going to shut it off here. A lot of you guys jumped into this, which is pretty good. More than, I didn't give much notice. I just jumped on live. So in the coming days between Sunday and Thursday, I'll see if I can do more of these, and I'll schedule these in ahead of notice so all my subscribers get a chance to see it and they'll be well aware. But subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Use the code TASTE. Jump into my VIP free trial. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Appreciate y'all for jumping in. Peace.